What's up, y'all? Let's talk about Hardin's Creek. This is one of Jim Beam's products. This is their more experimental line. This one in particular is part of their warehouse series. This comes from series 3 in particular, aptly named the Owl. This particular bottle came from barrels that were aged on the 9th floor of Beam's Warehouse G. Now, that may not seem too crazy on its own, but aging bourbon at that height is actually pretty uncommon. This one comes in at 110 proof, so it drinks nicely, neat. I did find that adding a little bit of water does help open it up a slight bit. Now on the nose, I got lots of oak, a little bit of dark jammy fruits, and then a touch of dried tobacco at the end. On the palate, it's very woody, it's very full-bodied, but mostly consisting of unsalted roasted nuts. The finish on this is oaky, mostly dry, though there is a little bit of a lingering molasses note that I found to be pretty pleasing. Not bad, but also not terribly. This is not a super bold flavor profile, in my opinion. This was a little bit on the lighter side in terms of flavor profile, and that's the reason I say drink it neat, because you start putting ice in this, you start putting it in cocktails and things like that, you're going to lose a lot of the character of this pretty quickly. So, is this Hardin's Creek worth the $150 price tag? That's up to you. If you're a casual bourbon fan, maybe not. But if you're a Beam fan, or you're somebody who's really intrigued by this question of how does location affect the aging process for bourbon that uses the same mash bill, then hey, this really might be up your alley. But I will say, you're probably going to have to shell out at least $300 to get a couple of bottles of these and really see how these different aging environments play across these mash bills. Now, if you want to talk value, this is the 2025 Berries batch release of Booker's. This delivers for me a little bit more of a punch in terms of flavor. It's got a little bit more bold kind of character across the board, but a relatively similar profile. I believe these are the same mash bill, but I could absolutely be wrong on that. This one comes in at 125.7 proof, and it is 7 years, 2 months, and 4 days old. And I tasted this one recently at the Austin Shaker with Hannah over there on the airport location, and it didn't disappoint. It's a nice bottle, pours nice, works great in an old-fashioned. I enjoyed this one. But going to the Knobs Creek cask strength single barrel, this is a barrel select from Deb's Liquor here in Austin, Texas. This thing is killer. I really love this bottle. Best Beam product I've had to date, in my opinion. 127.1 proof. It's about 10 years old, so it's close in age to the Hardin's Creek. It's close in proof to the Booker's. But this one carries so much more boldness of flavor through everything that I noted in the other two bottles, as far as their tasting notes, their nosing notes, and the finish. This one also has a heck of a lot longer finish on it. So if you find one of these out in the wild, I would definitely say pick it up. That's absolutely a recommended buy for me. The Booker's, not bad. The Booker's is decent at $120. Hardin's Creek, it's a bit of a hard one for me at $150. But this question, this experiment that they're conducting within Hardin's Creek is a really interesting one to me. So let me know in the comments. Should I pick up another one of these, the mushroom version of that bottle, and try it out compared to this one? Is that something you're curious in? Or do you have some of these on your own? Have you tried this experiment yourself, and what were your results? Anyhow, Jim Drinks, signing off. Take care.